A very good morning, dear children. Today we are going to see chapter number 4 of Science 1, Effects of Electric Current. In this chapter, we are going to see energy transfer in an electric circuit, then heating effects of electric current and magnetic effects of electric current. So, before going to start with this chapter, let us recall some question answers. First question: how do we decide that a given material is a good conductor of electricity or is an insulator? So, material which has very low electrical resistance is called good conductor of electricity. Means, in short, the material which contains very low resistance, that is called as good conductor of electricity. For example, silver, copper, and aluminum. Whereas a material which has extremely high electrical resistance, that is called insulator of an electricity. Means insulator is having very high electrical resistance. For example, rubber, wood and glass. Now second question, children. Iron is a conductor of electricity, but when we pick up piece of iron resting on the ground, why don't we get electric shock? So when we pick up a piece of iron resting on the ground, we don't get electric shock because that piece does not carry any electric current at that time. Children, we have learned in previous standard about static electricity. We perform various experiments regarding negatively and positively charged objects. So the reason behind object becoming positively and negative charge is the transfer of negatively charged particles from one object to another object. Now in previous standard we also studied about electric current. So for the formation of this static electricity, children, we have seen this comb and piece of paper, that experiment. When we are rubbing the comb to our hair and afterwards that comb has getting electrical charge, and due to this piece of papers are sticking to this comb. Now we have seen this silk cloth and this glass rod experiment also. So when we are rubbing this glass rod against the silk cloth, this silk cloth has getting negative charge and this glass rod has getting positive charge. Okay, and due to that they are showing static electricity. Means this glass rod is attracting towards the silk cloth due to the formation of static electricity. Now in this chapter, children, we are going to study about an electric current flowing through a conducting wire, an electric current flowing through a resistor, then electromagnetic induction, electric motor and electric generator. Now let us see, observe and discuss. What do you observe in the following pictures, children? We are observing lamps, TV, computer, electric fan and electric bell in this picture. Now, which effects of electric current do you find? So, we are looking in this picture, that is heating effect, magnetic effect, production of light, conversion of electric energy and the conversion of mechanical energy into sound. Now, let us see, children, energy transfer in an electric circuit. So, let us see one experiment here. For this experiment, we required materials such as connecting wires, electric cells, electrical resistance, voltmeter, ammeter and plug key. So let us see procedure. Connect the circuit as shown in the figure. Means we have to connect the connecting wires, then electrical resistance, voltmeter, ammeter and plug key, just like shown in the picture. Measure the current I. Then afterwards, with the help of ammeter, we have to measure the current I. Also, we have to measure the potential difference, that is VAB. This potential difference is VAB between two ends, that is A and B of the resistance. Okay. Then the potential at A is higher than the potential at B because this point A is connected to the positive electrode of the cell and point B is connected towards the negative electrode of the cell. So obviously this point A has higher electric potential than point B. Now suppose a charge Q flows from point A to point B. Then work VAB into Q has been done on a Q while going from A to B. Okay. So when this charge is there, that is Q charge is flowing through point A and B, then it will give work, that is potential difference into charge, that is VAB into Q. And therefore this will goes from point A to B. Okay. Now from where does the energy come to do this work? Now we have to see where this energy has getting to flow this charge. Okay. So the source of energy is the cell. So that electric circuit has getting energy through the cell. So the cell gives this energy through the charge Q to the resistance where work is VAB into Q is formed. Okay. So if the charge Q flows from A to B point in time t, then work is performed in time t. So here this charge is flowing through point A and B in time t. So due to that, here there is a formation of work in time t. So then during this time, the energy VAB is given to the resistor. So what happens to this energy? This energy is received by the resistor and is converted into heat energy. And due to that, the temperature of the resistor will increase. So obviously, when there is a energy is received by this resistor, then this is converted into heat energy. And due to that, temperature of this resistor will increase due to this heat energy only. Children, here this VAB into Q, how this came? Already you have learned this in chapter 3 from 9th standard, that is potential difference is equal to work upon total charge. Now here we have to calculate work. Okay, and due to that this potential difference will multiply to Q. Means in short, work is equal to potential difference into charge. And due to that this potential difference we are measuring here from point A to point B. Now let us see use your brain power question. If in the circuit the resistor is replaced by a motor, in which form will the energy given by the cell get transformed into? So when we will see this 4.2 electric circuit diagram, children, we will understand that there is a resistor, and if we are replacing this resistor by a motor, then what energy will be getting and which energy will transform into? So obviously when we are using this resistor in this electric circuit, we are getting heat energy, okay, by this resistor. But when we are replacing this resistor by a motor, then this energy by the cell will get transformed into kinetic energy. Means obviously there is a formation of kinetic energy of the copper coil in the motor. Now let us see, children, electrical power. So power is denoted by the symbol P, and therefore P is equal to electrical power is equal to energy upon time required. Now here this energy is nothing but work done by this potential difference with charge. Okay, so therefore power P is equal to VAB into Q upon T. So a current of 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb of charge flowing in 1 second. We know, children, very well that 1 ampere is nothing but 1 coulomb of charge flowing in 1 second. So obviously current formula will be I is equal to Q upon T. So therefore equation 1 becomes. So instead of this equation 1 we can write, therefore P is equal to VAB into I, because here Q upon T is I. So this is equation number 2. Now there is a source of energy, then cell, that gives in time T. So therefore energy P into T to the resistor. If I is the current flowing continuously through the circuit, then the heat produced in the resistor in time t will be H is equal to P into T. That is, heat is equal to power into time. But already we have calculated, children, power P is equal to VAB into I. So this equation we can put here. So therefore H is equal to VAB into I into T. This is equation number 3. Now according to Ohm's law, we know, children, potential difference V is equal to current into resistance. That is, V is equal to I into R. But here this potential difference is between point A and B. So we can write VAB is equal to I into R. This is equation number 4. Now we have to calculate here the value of current I. So therefore current I is equal to VAB upon R. This resistance is multiplied to the right hand side, but when it will come to left hand side, it will be divided. So current I is equal to VAB upon R. This is equation number 5. Now put this equation number 5 in equation number 3. So therefore H is equal to VAB into VAB upon R into T. So therefore H is equal to V square AB into T upon R. Okay. So this is equation number 6. Now we have to put this equation number 4 in equation number 3. So therefore H is equal to I into R into I into T. So therefore H is equal to I square into R into T. This is equation number 7. So therefore H is equal to I square into R into T is called Joule's law of heating. Now let us see, children, unit of electrical power. We know, children, power is equal to potential difference into current. But here this potential difference is VAB. So we can write P is equal to VAB into I. I means current. Now this potential difference, that is, has unit volt and current has unit ampere. So we can write this in terms of 1 volt and 1 ampere. So power is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere. But this 1 volt means 1 joule upon 1 coulomb, because 1 volt is the unit of potential difference, and this potential difference we can write 1 joule upon 1 coulomb into this ampere we can write in terms of 1 coulomb upon 1 second. Now this 1 coulomb numerator denominators will cancel. So therefore power P is equal to 1 joule upon 1 second. But 1 joule upon 1 second is equal to watt, that is called as W. So this is equation number 10. So therefore power is nothing but watt only, and therefore the unit of electrical power is 1 watt, or it is also called as watt is the unit of electrical power. Now let us see, children, think about it. How can we write mechanical power in a manner similar to the electrical power? We know, children, here there is a power formula, work upon time. But here we are considering mechanical work, so obviously that power will be also mechanical power. So therefore mechanical power P is equal to mechanical work W upon time T. So therefore P is equal to W upon T. So here W is nothing but Fs cos of theta. That is, F is the force, S is the displacement, and theta is the angle between force and displacement. So Fs cos of theta upon T. So with the help of this formula, children, we can calculate the mechanical power. Now next topic is heating effect of electrical current. So when a resistor is connected in an electrical circuit, heat is produced in it due to the current, and this is known as heating effect of electric current. Now there are some equipments such as water boiler, electric cooker, electric bulb. They are using this heating effect of electric current. So electrical conductors having high resistivity are used here. So electrical conductors, those who are having high resistivity, that can be used here. Now, for example, a coil made up of alloy nichrome, which is a mixture of nickel, chromium, and iron, that can be used in electric heater cooker as a resistor. Now, a tungsten wire is used in an electric bulb. Because of the current, this wire gets heated, and this wire has giving heat near about 3400 degrees Celsius, and it emits light. So the hot wire also radiates heat to a certain extent. So there is a giving of this heat to a certain extent. Means this hot wire is giving heat near about certain extent. So this is all about tungsten wire that can be used in electric bulb. Now always remember, the unit of electric power is 1 watt. That is very small unit. So hence 1000 watt or kilowatt is used as a unit to measure electric power in practice. So 1 kilowatt power is used for 1 hour. It will mean 1 kilowatt into 1 hour of electric energy is used. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. So that is equal to 1000 watt into 3600 second. So that is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 watt into second. And this watt into second is nothing but joule. So therefore 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule. So in short we can say that 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule. Now several times we hear or read about building catching fire due to short circuit. Sometimes if we switch on an equipment in our house, electrical fuse wire melts and this electric supply shut down. So let us discuss, children, in briefly how this happens. There are different types of wires in electric circuit, such as neutral wire, earth wire, and live wire. So the home electrical connection consists of these three wires. The live and the neutral wire has potential difference 220 volt. This earth wire is connected to the ground. So due to fault in the equipment or if the plastic coating on the live and the neutral wire gives away, then the two wires come in contact with each other and large current flows through it producing heat. So if any inflammable material such as wood, cloth, plastic, etc. exist around that place, it can catch fire. Okay, so therefore a fuse wire is used as a precautionary measure. As soon as when there is a formation of high current in the circuit, then the fuse wire melts and breaks the circuit and any accident can be avoided. Okay, so we can remove or we can avoid any accident due to this high current flows in the circuit. Many times, particularly in the summer season, huge electrical power is used in the evening due to home lighting, fans, air conditioners, use of electricity in shops also, etc. As a result, excessive current is drawn from the transformer supplying the electricity. And if the capacity of the transformer is insufficient, its fuse wire melts and the supply gets shut down. Such event occur due to overloading. Nowadays, miniature circuit breakers, that is MCB switches, are used in homes. So such types of miniature circuit breakers you can see in the picture also, children. When the current in the circuit suddenly increases, then this switch opens and they are stops this current. So there are different types of MCBs, that is miniature circuit breakers, that we can use. So for the entire house, however, the usual fuse wire is used. Thank you, children, for watching the video and for your attention.